Welcome to the deep dive. Today we've got a really fascinating mission lined up. We're going deep, drilling down into the history and, well, the hidden spots of just one part of Tokyo, the old Oizumi village. Our sources show this incredible past. We're talking feudal ninjas, scientific pioneers, even a failed dream project that somehow kicked off the whole Japanese anime scene.
And we need to be precise here. This specific Oizumi village existed from 1891 to 1932. It's in today's northwestern Nerima Ward.
Right.
Because, the name Oizumi pops up elsewhere in Japan, Gunma, Nagano, other places. But this Oizumi, it has a really unique story, a complex soul, you could say.
Yeah, and what we want to do is give you a kind of shortcut. 5 key stories, 5 historical layers that really define this area. And each one connects to a real place, a hidden gem you can actually go visit.
Exactly. Let's start right at the beginning. The water and how the village got its name.
Okay, let's unpack that. So 1891, villages merged. They need a new name. What was the first idea?
Well, the local folks initially proposed Koizumi. That means small spring village.
Small spring.
Yeah, and it was very literal. It pointed to the geography, specifically the source of the Koiri River. That's the Shirako River now, which comes from Migashira Pond. The idea was, prosperity flowing like water from a spring, ceaselessly.
But it didn't end up as small spring. It became Oizumi, large spring.
Yeah.
Why the change? Why go bigger?
It seems like it was a mix of things. Practicality, maybe, and definitely some local ambition. Sources suggest Tokyo officials weren't keen on Koizumi. Maybe they felt it looked too similar in writing to other names, potentially causing confusion.
Bureaucracy.
Right. So they kind of pushed for Oizumi, but the locals, well, they seemed to embrace it. It sounded grander, right? A name suggesting bigger development, more success for the future.
That's interesting. Bureaucracy meets hope, almost. But the water itself, its history goes back much further than that Meiji-era name change, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. If you zoom out, water is the constant here. The Shirako River, the Shikuji River nearby, these weren't just important for 19th century farmers. We have archaeological evidence, like the Kyuchi ruins right there in the area. They show Jomon period settlements from about 5,000 years ago.
5,000 years. Wow.
These rivers, these water sources, they've been the anchor for civilization right on this spot for millennia.
And is there a place today where you can really feel that ancient connection to the water? A hidden gem?
Yes, definitely. You should check out Shimizuyama no Mori, Shimizuyama Forest.
Okay.
It's right in the Oizumi area, and it's a real natural treasure. It's one of the very few spots in all of Tokyo's 23 wards.
Which are incredibly dense.
Exactly. One of the few spots that still has a large habitat for the dogtooth violet. Katakuri.
Oh, the katakuri flower. They're beautiful, but quite rare in the city.
Very rare. And they survive there because of those stable, water-rich geological conditions. It's a living link to that deep hydrological history.
Amazing. Okay, let's shift gears. From deep time to the Roaring Twenties, a really ambitious plan that didn't quite work out as intended.
Yeah, this is where the story takes a fascinating turn. The 1920s, a big developer, Hakone Tochi Company.
Headed by Tsutsumi Yasujiro, right? A major figure.
That's the one. They launched this huge project called Gakuen Toshi, Academic City.
Academic City.
The vision was to turn Oizumi into this, elite suburb built around a major university. They laid out these incredibly wide grid pattern roads. You can still see how different they look today. And they even donated the land for Higashi Ozumi Station, which is now Izumi Gakuen Station.
All to attract a university.
Wait, to lure in a big higher education institution. It was a massive infrastructure investment.
So did they get their university? Did the academic city happen?
No. That central goal, it failed. They never managed to attract the university they wanted.
Huh. All that effort.
But here's the twist. The things they did build, those wide roads, the good infrastructure, maybe the relatively cheap land at the time, it created the perfect conditions, just not for academics.
For something else entirely.
Exactly. It inadvertently paved the way for the creative industry, specifically animation.
Toei Animation.
Toei Animation, yeah.
Originally
Originally known as Toei Doga. They set up their studios right there. This is where they made Hakujaden, Japan's very first full-color animated feature film.
A landmark film.
Absolutely. And it became the birthplace for so many classics. Think Galaxy Express 9999, Dragon Ball, One Piece later on.
Incredible. So the failed utopia accidentally created an anime powerhouse.
Pretty much. Nerima and Oizumi in particular became this major hub, this cradle for Japanese animation, all thanks to a failed real estate dream.
That's a fantastic piece of history. So if you're visiting today, I want to connect with that legacy. Where should you go? What are the gems?
Well, first stop, right outside the station, Oizumi Anime Gate. It's at the north exit of Oizumi Gakuen Station.
Let's
Bronze statues. You've got Tetsuro and Mattel from Galaxy Express 999 Astro Boy. It's an immediate, very visual
a
tribute.
photo opportunity for sure.
Definitely. And then, if you want to peek behind the curtain a bit,
Yes.
head to the Toei Animation Oizumi studio. Now, it's mainly a working studio, obviously.
Right.
But the first floor has the Toei Animation Museum.
Oh, a museum. What can you see there?
Original artwork, cells, concept sketches, production materials from Dragon Ball, One Piece, all their major hits. It's like walking through the history of the industry that Oizumi accidentally nurtured.
Sounds brilliant.
Okay.
Okay, let's shift again. Back in time, way back. Feudal Japan.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to picture now, this quiet residential area,
Right.
but it has links to shoguns and even ninjas. Seriously.
Ninjas. You have to remember how power was structured back in the Edo period.
Yeah.
Isolated pockets of influence. The Hashido area, which was part of the old Oizumi village, was actually designated as a kyuchi. That's like a fief or a territory
Okay.
belonging to the Ikegumi, the Iga group.
The famous Ikeloga ninjas, not just
Yeah.
folklore.
No, the real historical group. These were actual government-employed, covert operatives and their families living and operating out of this specific area. Their descendants were here.
Wow. Is there proof? Something tangible, not just a story.
There is solid physical proof. If you go to the Oizumi Hikawa Shrine, look for the Igagumi Hano Suipan. It's a large stone water basin, a designated tangible cultural property.
Donated by the ninjas.
Donated in
Oh,
1849
that's like,
by 108 members of the Ikegumi. It's right there. A physical object donated by historical ninjas sitting quietly in a local shrine. It's quite something.
that's incredible. A water basin.
Yeah,
Proof of ninjas in suburban Tokyo. Mind-blowing.
it really is.
And it wasn't just the ninjas who valued this land, right? The big samurai clans were involved, too.
Well, I say. The area was also important enough ecologically and politically to be designated as a takaba, a hawk hunting ground.
For falconry.
Yes, specifically for the powerful Owari Tokugawa clan, one of the main branches of the ruling Tokugawa family during the Edo period. Having a designated takaba here meant the area was ecologically rich, good for hunting, and strategically significant to the shogunate's relatives.
So, proof of the ninjas, proof of the samurai lords. Is there a marker for the hunting ground, too?
There is, and it's wonderfully understated, just like the Ninja Basin in a way. It's the Owari Dono Takabahi, the Owari Lord's Hawk Ground Monument.
Where is it?
It's a stone monument about 1.2 meters high, and it stands quietly right next to the Oizumi Daiichi Elementary School.
Next to a school playground.
Right next to it. The inscription is very clear. From here, north and south, is the Owari Lord's Hawk Ground, a marker of feudal power just standing there beside everyday modern life.
History hiding in plain sight. I love that. Okay, story number 4. Let's move into more recent times again, but connect back to nature, a scientific legacy.
Yes, this involves Makino Tamataro. He's often called the father of Japanese botany, a towering figure in science.
And he lived in Oizumi.
He chose Oizumi Village as his home and his research base. He moved there in 1926, Taisho 15, and lived and worked there until he died. He basically dedicated his life there to collecting plants, classifying them, writing about them. He created his own personal plant kingdom right in his backyard.
So he was drawn by the same natural richness that maybe attracted the Jomon people, or made it a good hunting ground, but for scientific study.
Precisely. He channeled that natural abundance into decades of meticulous scientific work, and his legacy is preserved in our next hidden gem,
Which is?
the Makino Memorial Garden. It's in Higashi-Izumi, 6-Combe.
Built on his actual home site.
Exactly. It's on the grounds of his former residence.
What can you expect to find there? Is it just a garden?
It's much more. The garden itself has around 300 plant species, many of them rare or academically significant varieties that he himself collected or studied. But there's also a small museum. You can see his actual scientific tools, his books, his detailed botanical drawings.
Ah, so you really get a sense of the man and his work.
You do. It's a really special place. It feels like an intellectual sanctuary, connecting that deep history of nature in the area with this profound scientific legacy. A place for quiet reflection, really.
It sounds wonderful.
Okay.
Okay, so we've explored these layers. Ancient water shaping the land. A failed academic dream sparking an anime revolution.
Yeah, the big twist.
The hidden presence of feudal power, ninjas, and samurai.
Right under the surface.
And finally, the dedicated kingdom of a master botanist. How do all these threads come together? What does it mean for Oizumi today?
Well, I think it creates this really unique character for the area now. You feel the history of preservation, you see the green spaces, which echo that long connection to nature, but it's combined with this unexpected cultural dynamism, from the anime industry. It's not just a quiet suburb.
And it seems like that deep-rooted respect for nature, for water and greenery, is still influencing things even now in modern projects.
It really is, and consciously so. There's a great example, the PNA's Kukushita initiative.
Fukushita under the railway tracks.
Exactly. Under the Saibu Railway Viaduct between Shikuji-kun and Oizumi-gakuen stations, it's a community project. And look what they're doing. They collect rainwater to irrigate the plants there. They use recycled materials for benches and things.
So taking a typically neglected urban space.
And turning it into something green, useful, community-focused.
Right.
And they're explicitly using sustainable water management, echoing that centuries-old local value placed on water. It directly connects modern urban design back to that deep history.
That's fantastic. It really brings the story full circle. What an incredible deep dive this has been. We've covered, what, 5,000 years?
Easily.
From Jomon settlements through arguments about village names, tracking ninja territories, finding shogunal hunting markers, visiting a botanist sanctuary, right up to the birth of anime, all in one corner of Tokyo.
It really shows, doesn't it, that there's no such thing as an ordinary place. Every neighborhood, maybe even your own, has these layers. History isn't just in museums. It's often right there, coexisting with everyday life. That ninja water basin, the marker by the school.
Yeah.
So maybe the takeaway is, look around. Seek out those unexpected connections between the past and the present where you live. You might be surprised what you find.